Okay, so welcome back once again, guys. In my last lecture, I was talking about LSTM, which is one kind of a recurrent neural network. Now, in this lecture, I'll be talking about another kind of a recurrent neural network, which is again going to simplify a previous network, which was LSTM. So, where we had three different kind of gates. So here we are going to shrink that into two different kind of gates. So, which is going to make my process faster as compared to LSTM, but still it will be able to learn and it will be able to memorize. And this is where this GRU, a gated recurrent unit, comes into a picture, as you can see, right? So this is basically a diagram. This is basically architecture of a gated recurrent unit. Now, how this is going to work, by the way? So here you will be able to observe there is something called as update gate, and then here you will be able to observe something called as a reset gate. Now, what this update gate is going to do? So update gate is going to decide, as its name suggests, right? It is going to decide that how much past information we are supposed to keep. This is something which update gate is going to do. And there is a reset gate, RT, that you are able to see. So which is going to decide that how much information, past information, by the way, we are supposed to forget. And then we have a candidate hidden state in between. So let's try to understand this with the help of equation, that how it is going to update the things. So here, first of all, let's talk about a gate which is available over here, which is nothing but an update gate. So here, update gate. Let's see so how it is going to work, by the way. So here, let's suppose we are talking about this update gate, and as you can see that update gate is trying to take a input. Now, input wise, it is trying to take a previous hidden state input and then a current input. So obviously, it is going to take two inputs, right? As it's suggested in a diagram. So it is trying to take technically two input. Two input is coming over here, right? Inside this update gate. So here it is going to produce a Z of t in this place. So it is going to produce a Z of t, which is nothing but an update I'm talking about. So which is nothing but a sigmoid. So input st minus 1 and xt, which get into this sigmoid, which is a hidden state, right? So here it will go as this one. So w of z, and then it is going to take ht minus 1, and it is going to take basically x at time t, fine. So this is something that update gate will be able to take, and then it is going to decide that how much past information it is supposed to keep. And here, so when it is going to keep or when it is going to update. So technically, when z of t is approximately equal to 1, right? So z of t approximately equal to 1. So it will decide that keep the old memory, keep the old memory, yeah, keep the old memory. And when z of t will tends towards a 0, or it will be closer to a 0, so in that case, it will try to update new memory. Update with the new memory means update a memory with the new information. This is what it means. So based on z is equals to 1 or closer towards 1, or based on z of like a closer towards a 0, so it is going to decide that whether we should keep a old memory or we should update the old memory. Parallel to that, so we have basically a reset gate, right? We have a reset gate, and again, if you will observe, so we are going to take two inputs inside a reset gate. So one is a ht minus 1, and one is basically a current input we are going to consider, which is similar to the update gate. So here, if I have to write a formula about a reset gate, so reset gate. So here this RT is nothing but approximately same as the Z of t. So it's going to be a sigmoid of weight of R, h t minus 1 and x of t. Yeah. So this is something which reset gate is going to consider. And when it is going to reset, so whenever RT will be closer towards a 0, so it is going to decide that forget the previous memory, and whenever RT will be closer towards 1, it will try to take a decision that keep memory, keep the previous information. So we have two gates, update gate and reset gate, and again obviously we have just two gate over here. In case of a LSTM, we had three gates. Now there is another component that you will be able to find out, which is a candidate hidden state. Now what candidate hidden state is going to do? So candidate hidden state is going to combine a reset memory and a new input, right? So candidate hidden state is going to combine the reset memory and plus hidden input. So here if I have to write a formula for h of delta of t, so it is going to be hypertangent. So tan of h, and we are going to get input, right? So we are going to get a input as what? So we are going to get a input, right? So we are going to get a input as a reset, as you can see. So it's coming from here. It's coming from here, and then reset is coming from here. We are trying to do the multiplication, and this is getting here, right? This is getting here. So here, W of reset, R of t that we have written, into h of t minus 1. This is something that we are doing here in this place, right? And then we are sending this one inside a hypertangent. So this is what I have written over here, right? This is what I have written over here. And it is going to take what? And it is going to take the current input as well. So this is going to be the formula for this candidate hidden state, which is going to combine this reset memory and a new input that we are trying to send. Now let me clean this up, this entire things. Yeah. So now we are able to build a complete formula for a candidate hidden state, and we are able to build a formula for a reset gate and an update gate. So obviously in case of a candidate hidden state, this reset is also playing a major role, right? This reset is going to play the major role. That's the reason. So we say that candidate hidden state is basically a combination of a reset memory plus a new input that is coming into a picture. Now, moving to the next. So here, right? So here we have a hidden state HT, and how this HT will be updated, by the way. So we have a hidden state HT over here. And this looks a little bit like a tricky in this particular place. We have -1 over here. So if I have to write down the formula of HT, which is going to be the final hidden state, which will be the input for the next basically lap, or you can say input for the next iterations when we are going to pass the new value of x. So this will become HT-1 into a next state, right? Which is going to basically help me out to propagate a memory. So this HT, right? HT over here is nothing but 1 minus, as you can see, 1. So 1 minus Z of t into, right? Into this one we are going to get. So this is going to be the final HT. So let me write it down in a neat and clean way. And again, you are not supposed to remember much if you are able to understand this architecture. So here this is going to be, so till this part, it is going to be 1 minus Z of t. Fine, 1 minus Z of t into, right? Into 1 minus Z of t into HT minus 1. So HT minus 1, HT minus 1 plus over here. So Z of t into H of delta t. So here plus Z of t into H of delta t, which is nothing but a candidate hidden state. And this is going to build basically my final memory, right? So it is going to blend basically a old memory, and it is going to blend with the candidate state. And this is how it will be able to retain the final memory for me. So hope all of you are able to understand this one. So here technically we have a reset gate, we have a update gate, and we have a hidden state. So reset gate, obviously try to erase the old irrelevant nodes or the memory that you have built. Update gate, so it is going to decide so whether to overwrite or keep the old memory itself. And hidden state, so basically it is nothing but a notebook which you are trying to evolve, or you are trying to update it again and again and again. And this is going to build a GRU, Gated Recurrent Unit. So where number of gates are less, means number of networks are less as compared to LSTM. So it is going to be faster. It is going to be faster as compared to LSTM. And it was introduced, I believe, if I remember correctly, in 2014. So it is one of the recent in this particular series you will be able to find out as an architecture which has been designed to understand or to memorize something, and based on that give you the next output. So with that, thank you so much everyone. Take care and see you again in my upcoming lecture.